So if you do all these things right, obviously some of the payoffs you're looking for, more traffic. This is an older example, but it was a big win. I like to share. You can kind of see, these are called annotations. These are like little thought clouds you can add in analytics to kind of remind yourself what happened around these times. So these are some annotations we made. You can see this particular client. I like to say what I've found is about 6 to 9 months after employing a sound SEO strategy, you start to see the benefits. I know that sounds like a really long time, especially considering you're investing in content. Big difference between like SEO versus pay per click. You blog really good for a year, it's going to take you to new heights. Then you stop blogging, you're not going to drop back down to zero. If you're buying traffic, like paying Google for your clicks, you spend $10,000 a month for a year, you reach new heights, get lots of traffic. Second year, your budget changes, you drop your ad spend to zero, your traffic drops to zero. So with SEO and content strategy, like we talked about today, you're building long-term equity in your brand. So I like to tell people to kind of think about it as a long-term strategy that's pretty effective. And depending on the economics of your customer and business and like the transaction value of what you're offering, it's usually effective. This particular client, 6, 9 months in, you can start to see that's where their blogging strategy really started to pay off. You can see this one was a little bit of a slower burn. The other thing I draw your attention to though, sessions over here is very relevant. Like that first one, it was on a scale of 0 to 30,000. This one's on a scale of 0 to 80,000, which makes these first few months harder to tell what was happening there. What I can tell you is like 6 to 9 months, their traffic was like 10x. Their leads were like 2, 3, or 4x, somewhere around there. Fast forward after years of consistent blogging, this is a local plumber who's getting, this one's a couple years old, they're still a client. They're actually getting like 100,000 visitors a month, and our entire digital strategy for them was simply blogging. Next one.
We had another question.
Sure.
Eric and Megan asked, any thoughts on Tripadvisor listing /account? I don't think I saw that in your presentation. Is this beneficial primarily for retail, restaurants, and tourism?
Yeah, Tripadvisor is just another one of many like directories. I know all those directories have like advertising programs you can get involved in to like feature your business, that sort of thing. I think those are all worth tests and experiments. Do it scientifically, as scientifically as possible. Like do it for a few months, hit the pause or timeout button, and then evaluate like, all right, if you can use a tracking URL, you can build Google Analytics tracking URLs. You can give them a tracking URL for your ad so that you can kind of double check. Because if you pay to kind of boost your profile on somewhere like Tripadvisor, they'll probably give you a report and say, your business showed up in 15,000 Tripadvisor searches in the last 6 months, and it got 850 clicks to your website. And then you go and check in Google Analytics. If you give them a tracking URL, and it might say like, no, you actually got like 150 clicks. Was it worth the spend, right? So I think on a case-by-case basis, it's very, again, it's a very case-by-case basis. Sometimes those things are worthwhile. If you can go and get a free listing there, or like through a tool like Yext or one of the alternatives, by all means, like it's another citation, might as well do it. But deciding whether or not to kind of boost your profile there, I would just, I like to fail forward, try lots of different outlets where you can do things like that, but kind of hold up that measuring stick every now and then and ask yourself if it's paying off. So I have lots of examples of more traffic and more leads. I think that kind of brings me to my final point. This is actually a screenshot from HubSpot. This is a kind of enterprise grade sales and marketing software that really helps close the loop. So back to like that Tripadvisor example, for example, if you're able to see, like analyze the traffic you got from an endeavor like that, and HubSpot has tracking URLs too. And if you were able to see like, ooh, I got Chris Vendilli as a customer who spent $5,000 on this project, as a result of that ad, all of a sudden it makes it way easier to quantify. Should we keep paying for that ad? A tool like HubSpot will actually let you drill down into, like in their user interface, this is clickable. I can click on those 732 customers we got from organic search. I can see their names. I can see the deal record that we set up in HubSpot where, after they filled out an inquiry form, it creates a record in there, and I come on, I read what they said, and John or I will say like, this is going to be about a $2,000 project. They want to do this, that, the other thing. And we keep all our records and notes in there. And then later on, at a macro level, we can kind of evaluate our channels and sources of traffic this way, and put a dollar sign next to them.